Okay, we're live. All right, guys. Wanted to talk about the end of the season and then also the beginning of the new 21-1-1 season. So, yeah, Howie, I got to tell you, what a run. 8-8,
Yeah,
and you just almost made it to the bowl.
almost. Yeah, it was a good run. Again, I've said it a couple times. I don't know if I was an 8-8 team that got incredibly lucky and turned it on at the end of the year, or if I was a 10-6 team that had a little bit of misfortune in the middle of the season. I mean, I
Yeah.
started out 5-0, and then I think I lost 5 or 6 straight and had to struggle to get back into it. But it was fun.
Yeah, no, I thought you were the 11-5 team that had a stretch bad luck. So
Yeah, and
I
looking
just,
back at one of the way that I lost to Quick with an interception return and a fumble return for a touchdown. I mean, those were the things that were dogging me in the middle of the season. That's what beat me was the turnovers and the pick sixes and the scoop and scores. So a little bad luck, but
Yeah, I remember you were 5-0, and then you hit that streak where you just started losing game after game after game. And I was saying to myself, what's
yeah,
going on with Howie's team?
1, 2, 3, 4. I lost 5 straight, and then I won one, then I lost 2 straight.
Hmm.
So
yeah, I almost thought you were having computer issues again.
no, that was I don't know. Like I wasn't changing anything that I was doing. I wasn't experimenting anything on my defense. Anything new. I just, for some reason, I couldn't put it together. Just things weren't working. I don't know.
Yeah. How long do you think it's going to be before Richmond gets mentioned in the same breath as Mesa?
Look at
Kid's
this.
good, dude. He's really good.
2,100 yards, 4.79s per carry, 10 touchdowns.
He is. The problem is that he's in a contract here. I have to extend him this year, and he's asking for
Oh.
huge money.
Oh man. Well, what's
Let me see what he's asking for here.
$54 million a year, I bet.
54.
That's what my guy's asking.
Let's take a look. Let's see here. Where are you?
yeah, it's got to be close because Mesa's making 54, 4-ish, 53 or so.
Oh, actually, he has come down since last season. He only wants $42 million.
What? Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Damn it. That's pretty affordable.
Yeah,
Because I'm going to hold out on Krieger because he won 54. So I'll screw with him a few times, and after that, we'll see.
and
Well,
then
I know who to fire if I have to make room.
and Curtis Dixon's coming into a contract year. He wants to get a little bit more money.
Oh, geez.
So, I mean, it's not much. He's currently getting 43.2, and he's only asking for 57.3. So, it's not like he's asking for a double his salary. And I got a couple of defensive linemen I can cut that I picked up in free agency last year. That if I need some extra money.
Well, again, nice run. Almost making it to the bowl. And like Grim said, yeah, you were 11-6 team. I mean, 11-5 team. Even maybe 12-4. Let's go to you, Grim. 7-9. What happened? Grim?
It was that bad.
Oh, hold on. He sent a message. Be right back. Coffee. Should have grabbed it before we started. LOL.
Okay.
Yeah, Grim. You should have grabbed your coffee before we started.
Let's go to Rick. Rick, we were in a tough division. You and I.
Yeah, I thought I was out of it. I had mailed it in, so I'm done. So I decided to do something crazy and decided to let's blitz on every fucking down. And the next thing you know, we're winning again. And, then I lost Krieger for, 4 games or something like that. And the fullback I got, Winters, stepped in and took all the 113 runs, and somehow we're in it still.
Yeah, I saw you coming up from the bottom and just working your way up.
Yeah, because at one point I was at dead bottom, looking up at Chicago, looking up at you and Joe and going, I'm done. There's no way I'm coming back from this. And lo and behold, luck has it, I won the division. And and won the first playoff game. Then had a big lead against Quick, and I saw that evaporate and lose. So that kind of sucked.
But if you look at your games since week 11, you put up a lot of good points. 27, 24, 36, 38, 44, 29, and 30.
Yeah, the game plan that I had abandoned in the first third of the season, I put it back in and said, okay, it can't be that terrible. It put up 41 here, put 30 there. I just need to be patient with it. And I put that together with the aggressive style of defense, and things got better.
Yeah, that last game against us and going into overtime, field goal loss, that hurt.
That was without that win, I wouldn't even have gotten in.
If I would have won,
you would have been our representative. And Joe was repping too.
Okay. Yeah.
And so you went without you were Ike free, and I was Malachi free for that game. So
yeah, Starks did well for me. He threw for, I think he gave 2 or 3 touchdown passes and one pick, and 400 and something yards he passed for.
Yeah, the flying circus is always hard for me to slow down, but
yeah. Well, congrats on a nice season. It's going to be brutal. I can see this coming season between you, myself, Iowa, and Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
So it's anyone's game. I'm disappointed in my team because we were doing so well.
Well, you and Joe were both out there big.
The last 6 games, I went 1-5.
Yeah, that'll doom you every year.
So it just fell apart. I don't know what happened.
And they were ugly losses too. Look at that.
And I lost to Snap Fingers with a losing record. He actually kicked my ass.
Yep. God. No, and you didn't really have any major injury issues either.
I didn't know what happened. The wheels came off, and I saw myself sliding, and I started thinking of Howie, saying, my team is doing the same as Howie's team right now. And then I saw you, Rick, winning games and coming up, and then I'm falling, you're coming up. And then I'm like, I need to at least get 2 more wins, and I can get into the playoffs if I can just do that. And I thought Snapfinger was one of them. I would take that game. And once I lost that game, I didn't think I was going to make the playoffs at all. But yeah,
because it was a crazy run in our division for sure. We kept it interesting the whole year.
So I actually like that we had this tough battle in our division. It made it very competitive, and I like that because you got to earn your way into the playoffs, and I want to earn my way into the playoffs. Ike, he's a young quarterback. Second season, he did well for me. Put up 29 touchdowns, 17 interceptions. And next season, he'll be... Right now, he's only 52% developed. So
yeah, he's going to be a pain in my ass for a while.
So everyone has their little weapons. You have Krieger.
Yeah, our main weapon is running the ball and blitzing on D. That's our main weaponry. I don't have any fancy wide receivers like the rest of y'all got. I had those little bargain basement 40 guys.
But yeah, so that's what happened to us. Next season, this season coming, hopefully we'll be 10-6 and 11-5.
It'll be another dogfight.
I'm sure.
I can see that happening again.
Grim, you want to tell us about what happened with your team?
Oh, God. Where do I fucking start?
Yes.
Well, I can say it's injuries. I mean, first off, Doug Hardy was holding out. He held out the first 8 games of the season. But then the injuries came, and they just kept coming, dude. And I should have been fucking 4-12, 3-13 with all the injuries I had. But, I was really fucking trying to just patch shit in and change a couple things around. But, dude, I mean, you saw all year long, my injury list was 4 or 5 people, and 3 or 4 of those were going to be starters every fucking week. I mean, I lost my starting running back for a while. I lost a wide receiver for a while. I lost fucking half of my O-line for the fucking season. Like, Owens was out the last 4 games of the season. My D-line was just banged up. My fucking cornerbacks were getting injured. It's just like, there's nothing I could fucking do. And, of course, I missed the coaching stage where I could fix my fucking field, so now I'm fucked. I mean, I'm so disappointed in myself. He did the early sim. I don't know what the fuck in my mind. I was thinking by going, no, he's gonna sim at 4 Eastern. So I got until like noon. I'll get my shit done at noon. Sure as shit, log in at noon to do the shit, and my stage is gone. So I didn't re-sign my head coach. I accidentally signed an OC that's complete fucking garbage. I didn't re-sign my defensive coordinator. I didn't sign a different assistant coach, and my guy's like a 22 rated. I might have dicked myself for like 3 or 4 seasons, man. That just sucked.
Wow.
But as far as the season goes, man, I mean, I tried to do what I could do, but with those injuries, there's just nothing. There's just nothing I could do to pull out some of these games, you know.
I was wondering why you were playing at quarterback, and then I looked at your roster, and I'm like, Hardy's holding out.
Yep, Hardy was holding out, and you know, Michelli wasn't bad. I mean, God, he's a great fucking runner, you know. So I was like, maybe I'll go with that kid. And then at one point they had to sign a guy, and it fucked my whole roster up. And Mel Mills ended up starting, and then he won. I'm like, well, you know, maybe I'll go with Mills a couple games. No, he was a piece of shit too. So, but yeah, there's just nothing I can do. I mean, I got a couple trades. I mean, I obviously just traded for Maloney from Chris.
I saw that. I like that guy.
I got another trade in the works. Hopefully I can get that through, and maybe I might be able to make a push for the playoffs next year, but I ain't seeing it right now. And last year was just frustrating. You know, one of those times where you just want to just fucking hit the Rex button and, you know, just fucking give up on it. It's like, no, don't do that, dude. You've never had worse than a 6-10 record. Let's just keep fucking plowing away at it. And we tried, but
that's
nothing we could do, man.
Just grind it out.
Yeah, and I'm surprised Brooklyn did worse than us. I mean, he just won the bowl last year. I don't know what the fuck happened over there. I'd like to wish Jobs could come on and tell us what the hell happened with his team.
Yeah, there were a lot of teams that surprised me that fell to the bottom.
Mm-hmm. But I'm just really glad Julio finally won a bowl. I mean, what was it, 20 seasons of just great performances, almost all around, and then getting to the bowl how many times, or the conference games how many times, and finally won one. And that's good shit. Glad that Mass Lewis got back in too. That was nice to see.
Yeah, Julio, his team did very well this season.
Nope, he's just an elite GM in any league that I've played with him, and he's at the top.
And he's doing wonders with his Cold Town Killer, because this is his quarterback. That's all he needs. With his game planning, his other players on his team, he's getting it done. So
Yes,
it just goes to show to everybody that you don't need a top-level quarterback.
No, I think a lot of people are seeing that now, you know.
If you notice, a lot of people are getting quarterbacks like this.
Yep.
Yeah. The middle of the road quarterback with good receivers, it works.
But no one wants my quarterback, Starks.
He's too expensive anyway.
No, he's not. He's not too expensive. You don't.
I think he's expensive. I'm not sold on him.
You're not. You're giving me.
No one's willing to take out a second mortgage on their.
You're giving me a 4th-round pick, and you don't eat his bonus.
Right, but you get the
true, but
$49 million doesn't go down easy.
No.
I know, that's true. That's true.
But because he didn't play much last year, he might be willing to re-sign for a lot less
He might
than
knock
that.
down a few dimes, yes.
Yes.
Yep.
That's one thing. Let's talk about the rookies. You want to talk about the rookies, guys? Or do you want to talk about other teams?
It doesn't matter to me. Go ahead and pick. I'm down for whatever.
Open forum.
There we go. Where's the rookie draft? Now, I don't have any first-round picks, so is there...
I don't pick till 25th, so I won't really look until middle of the first.
Has there people that you've been looking at? Any of you guys? Howie? Grim?
I'm thinking tackle and guard are headed my way.
Well, leave a couple on the board because I'd like one, please.
And if I can't get Krieger signed, I might have to draft a running back. I don't know.
Well,
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm trying to lean towards here. But I've got a small playlist ready.
Let's do this because you don't want to give away your secrets because they're going to pick your guys unless I post this up after the first-round pick. Let's start with you, Rick. What are you looking to improve on your team?
Secondary. I really love to do something with secondary because I had to protect those guys by blitzing an insane amount of times. 100% on every single down and multiple blitzing 30 to 50% of the time. but it protected those guys back there. And then they got burned on Quick's big comeback. Because I knew I could only smoke and mirror that group for so long. So I had to. So I'm hoping this year maybe a corner or safety drops that'll help improve that group. But if not, I'll take best player available, and that's usually a ugly lineman of some sort.
Yeah, there doesn't really seem. I'm not really enamored with this draft right now. I haven't really dug in.
I
know people are going to get studs.
Trench drafts where everybody's a trench player.
Yeah,
lots of defensive linemen. I noticed.
Yeah, lots of offensive linemen, lots of defensive linemen.
Yep.
It's definitely one of those.
The workman-like draft, as I call it.
Yep.
It's funny because that's what I need for my team.
Right, and I was going to say that works out well for me because I could draft either an offensive tackle or a defensive tackle or a defensive end and be perfectly happy with it. So
right.
Well, your team is pretty stacked, Howie. Is that what you're looking for? Like, what's your main goal?
So Louis Langenberg is a free agent, and I will most likely not pay him the money that he's looking for to re-sign him.
Louis Langenberg, what is he?
So he's my center, but he's been playing right guard the last 2 seasons.
Okay.
So I'll need to replace him. He's a guy that he actually got a bump last year on his 13th season. Went up from like a 77 to an 80. So I'm just waiting for him to get dinged with PEDs, suspended for the last season.
Yep.
I know. What's his name? Saw is trading away his center. George?
Yeah, he is an 80 rated guy, I think.
Yep.
This guy. George Kramer.
Cosmo.
If you're looking for a center.
No, I don't need a center. I've got who's my – because as I said, Langenberg has played guard the last 2 years. I just haven't changed him over. My starting center is actually Julio. He started for me at center the last two.
And Grim, what do you need? What's your top player?
Dude, I need fucking everything.
All right. If you had to take someone in the first round,
I'm not getting any wide receivers again this year. I haven't had a good wide receiver, and I can't even remember the last good wide receiver I had. It's probably like Ernie.
You'd
Browning
have to have
somebody.
one of those 1 or 2 win seasons to get one of those.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm trying not to do that.
Yeah,
I'm going to really try to get good running back in the draft. My O-line's pretty solid now with cohesion and some good players. Then pretty much I want to get a running back and I want to get a starting defensive tackle because I'm thin there. Linebacker I could use because I usually have, 2 or 3 really good linebackers. I only have 1 right now. And then my secondary is pretty rounded out. They're looking pretty good right now. So we did lose Gilbert Fields to retirement, so that sucked. But that Christian Meyer kid that I drafted last year, he's going to end up good, and he ended up being the leader. So that's all right. But, yeah, definitely trying to get a running back and a defensive tackle, linebacker if I can. Otherwise, I think I'm pretty set. Well, I could try for a quarterback as well, but we might just have to go with my Chelly if I can't land one in a trade. So
you might have to package up like 3 first-round picks and give it to somebody and say, I want that wide receiver.
Oh, God. I don't think anybody would even be willing to give away a wide receiver for 3 first-round picks.
I meant to try to move up in the draft.
Yeah.
And someone who has wide receivers on their team, like a snap finger, let's just say. He has wide receivers. You can say, here's 3 first-round picks. Let me take your spot.
Yeah, and I just can't ever get myself to do that, to give away my future for one guy. I mean, I could see it for a wide receiver. But fuck, man, what if I go 4-12 for 3 seasons, and then this guy's getting the top 5 pick for 3 seasons? That would just fucking irk me.
I mean, a big route running bar and a 40 guy is almost as good as it looks on a 60 guy.
Yeah, I mean, if you click on Wilkerson right there, he hasn't been bad. I mean, Donald Wilkerson, a wide receiver. Yeah, I mean, he hasn't been terrible. He had 1,000 yards last year, which is, pretty incredible for his rating. But, he's just kind of been a workman for me,
Yeah, he works.
He does. So
64 route runners, not terrible.
yeah, so if I can get by with guys like that, now that Jackson Davison guy I have, right underneath Wilkerson there, if you want to check him out quick. I was hoping he'd get a little bit better, but I think, there's a way. I mean, he's kind of a workman guy, just like Wilkerson. He'll get his targets and he'll get 800 yards or so. But yeah, so I just, with Maloney coming in, and I got Mitch Jarosick there, who ended up being my other tight end, ended up being way better. I got to get him more involved this season, I think, and he's on a contract here, so I don't know if I got the $38 million that he wants. So, but yeah, I got some stuff to work with. I think if I can not get 30 injuries again next year, and if I could get a quarterback that I'm trying to trade for, I think we might be all right. Maybe 9, 7, 8, and 8. Maybe make the playoffs and do some damage. So,
well, you have the money this season to do a lot of damage.
Yeah, I have people to re-sign that want money. Everybody in there's so many defensive tackles in free agencies right now, and I'm looking at it and I'm like, well, I want Dwayne Downs. Oh no, that's $70 million. Well, this guy underneath him, he's great too. No, he wants $59 million a year. It's like, fuck this. I don't have the money for that. So, but Maloney, he's making 19, so drop that down to 90 million. And then, yeah, I just got some holes, but we'll try to get it done in the draft and with another trade. So,
but this is the fun part, trying to fix the problems.
Yep.
I find it's fun when you have a team that you have a lot of holes and you have to fill it in.
Right. No, and I'd like to. It'd be really nice to have a stud running back again. I mean, Brian Cobb hasn't been bad.
I have one. But you just don't want to take him.
Oh, running back?
Burger?
Yeah, I don't run the ball. Really.
I tried to take Burger off your hands, but
you didn't want to give him to me. No, you didn't want to give me what I asked for.
That was like 3 first-rounders.
No, I didn't ask for that. Come on. I asked for 2 seconds, but I said to you, I need a first.
Right.
That's what I said.
Right. Yeah, see, and he doesn't look much different than Cobb, except a little bit better hole recognition.
Because he would have been awesome in my outside running package. He would have been good there.
Of course, he'll probably knock me out of the playoffs, and then I would hate you forever. I would have to get a player that will counteract him.
Oh, do you got to sign Huntley this year?
Excuse me?
You got to sign Huntley this year?
No, Huntley. No, I signed him already.
Did you?
Yeah, he's good for 4
years.
years.
Okay.
No, well, this receiver, I paid 3 seconds to get him, to move up to grab him. And he put up 1,400 yards, 10 touchdowns in his rookie season.
That's pretty damn good. He's got the bars.
Yep.
So people will allow you to trade up to get it. But, yeah, what I need actually is a defensive player. I lost Morrison. He's still injured. 18 weeks. I'm not sure if he's going to come back or how good he's going to be.
Last week of the season, he'll be ready to roll.
I'm hoping. I'm hoping. But I'm looking for defensive players. That's my goal this season.
Yeah, well, you could use some linebackers, but you don't care about those, so.
No, I don't. I really don't. I need defensive tackle or defensive end. So this year's draft was perfect for me. However, I have no first-round pick nor a second-round pick this season.
So you'll be drafting depth guys this year.
Yes, it's all depth.
Yeah, I'll be right back, gentlemen.
And as you can see, my money situation, free agency is really not an option for me as well.
Yeah, it's tight this year.
I capped out some players and I fixed some players' contracts. So I'm going to get some more funds.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to what I have tomorrow morning when I see all the negotiating I did tonight.
Exactly. But not enough to purchase the players that are out there.
Yeah. For me, the big goal is just sign the core of the team and then add 2 if I can. That's the big plan.
Howie, what do you think of Haynes' pick, his wide receiver?
Oh, I hate it.
Who do you pick up again? Which one?
Oh God.
Is it Steph? Let me look at him.
Yeah.
Who did he pick up?
Joseph Stevens. Joseph with the EF.
Okay. Got him right here. So this is a guy he picked up.
Yeah,
Wow.
I don't like that. I don't like that pick at all. Combine that wide receiver with the quarterback you drafted last year, the year and a half. Like, he'll start putting up some offense. He'll start putting up some points, and he and I kind of go back and forth every now and then for the division. I think he is setting himself up to be the front runner in our division for the next several years. I think we're going in opposite directions. I think he's got a young team. He's drafting some talent. I'm starting to get older and just kind of holding on for cohesion. I haven't really picked up a young stud. And you can say Richmond's he's only going to his 4th year, but he's an older tailback. I think he's 27, 28 years old. So he's old. I'm getting older. He's getting younger. It'll be fun.
Mm-hmm. It will be. It was a nice pickup for him.
Oh, it's a great pick. That's and you look down the where's that player rated on the draft board? Like, he's not even in the top 10. I think he was
he's like 20. Wait, 1, 2,
Yeah.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14,
Yeah,
15,
it's down
16,
there.
17. Yeah, 17.
17. So, that's a great pick.
Now he's going to jump out the window if his bars drop.
Yep.
We'll see what the rest of the picks come in tomorrow when the draft starts. I was hoping to see more picks during the weekend, but nothing was picked up.
No, our draft typically doesn't really go very fast on that those slow roll days.
Mm-hmm.
Unless there's can't miss studs, stud quarterback, stud wide receivers. Those are the drafts that move. You'll get 5 or 6 picks in on a Saturday and Sunday. Otherwise, people sit tight. I'm sure they're probably waiting for some interviews to come back.
Looking at the season last season, the standings, do you see any teams that are going to rise to the top?
I'm still waiting to see North Plainfield rise up again because the defense looks awesome, and I'm waiting for him to pop. It's bound to happen.
It's going to be hard with Harlem on top of their game and T-Zac coming back up. Yeah.
That's a tough division to be in.
That is a tough division to be in.
Although I tell you what, all that pretty much looks like how I would have called it if we did the preseason, or if I did the preseason call out. I was going to pick Houston, Harlem, would have picked Tucker, would have picked Gothenburg, and probably Augusta and Mass Lewis. So then on the other side, that looks about right too, except for Hanalei. I wouldn't have picked him. I would have picked Oakland ahead of him, and then I would have picked Clay as well to win.
How about you guys? Do you see any other teams that you can see rising up?
Outer Banks will be better than 1-15 this year. God, your division's a crapshoot. I think that the AC North is going to kind of stay the same. I think Toronto will be up. They'll kind of be at that 12-4, 13-3 mark, and Harlem will be below them. I don't know. I don't see any teams.
You see how Brooklyn was? What were they? They were 12-4 the season before, and now they're 6-10. Could you see like Frederick go for 4-12 up to maybe 9-7? Kind of thing.
I'm not sold on Frederick yet.
No, not yet.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest with you. I haven't looked at Frederick's roster in a couple of seasons.
They're devoid of quarterback. Well, they got a 40 guy, but they got good running backs, very good. Damn good tight end, good receivers, good O-line. So it could happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, just, he's been there 3 seasons now and hasn't really done much, so I guess we're going to have to keep an eye on it. But
that Hugh Floyd is a stud for tight end.
Yep.
Yeah. And the running backs, I love the running backs. Beal and Rodriguez. Take them 2 boys all day long.
Yep.
And Rodriguez. See, Fairbanks for me, I always thought there was one season, it was not this season, last season, that they were moving up, and then they fell off. And I thought, okay, the 21-10 season, they were going to now take it a next step, but instead they fell down. And so I don't know what happened.
Well, even last seaseon, our 21-09, when they started coming up, they still ended up 8-8. But he won all those games in the beginning of that season. We're going, damn, look at these guys go, and shit, no. So I wonder. No, Washington started all 16 games last year, and he did not play nearly as well as he did the season before.
In Oakland, Jug's team was a surprise, going 6-10.
I'm still waiting for him to come back up here.
He'll pop eventually.
Yeah, his losses were not big.
They were close games.
Yeah. He took a few in the chops, though.
Oh, you can look at it. Here we go. Yeah, a lot of close games. Look at this, 23-27, 27-31, 28-34,
Yep.
21-27.
Those are the ones that hurt the most.
Yes, they are. 10-6, 16.
Yeah. Too many one position losses. That's what did it in.
Yeah.
It's a fine line between being 6-10 or 11-5. It's not that very thin line.
Like Grim, your division, I would think it would be more like our division records.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping to. I mean, you guys are turning into the new us, I mean, the last 10 seasons over in that division my division have been just crazy with the closeness between me and Chesapeake and Brooklyn. So, but last season we fell off. And again, I have more trouble explaining Jop's situation, than I do mine. I mean, mine was obviously injuries, but I don't know what the hell happened to Jop's. He didn't I thought he said he lost a couple players, but his roster still doesn't look that bad. Especially the defense that fell off, giving up that many points. Mm-hmm. I mean, look at how great that defense is.
Yeah.
And the thing is, it doesn't. Sometimes it's just slight adjustment will get you winning again, and that's all it takes is finding that what the hell happened thing.
No, and he's had the same. I thought maybe he switched defensive coordinators, but he's got that Jimmy LaBelle that's been there for 8 years, and he's really good. So
I made one adjustment, went from a defense that gave up 400 freaking points the year before to a 6th ranked defense, and a slight adjustment of I don't give a fuck no more. We're going to blitz everybody. And it worked.
By the way, I noticed that when I was looking at different teams, I noticed our division, Rick, the defense that we played against gave up very little points. And they were ranked in the top 8 or the top 10 of giving up the least amount of points. And so that's hard to compete in a division like that. When you have Iowa's defense that's only allowing maybe 16 points.
Yeah, he had
your
division run.
Allowing maybe 18 points or something like that. So it's tough.
Although I could do my shout out to Joe. I got your back, buddy. Got your back. Because he swept me the year before, so I had to get him back.
I got to say also, Augusta almost took out Tucker.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know, saw put together a nice team. He's got Banks playing well. Look at that. He went 29 touchdowns, 5 interceptions.
Yep.
So you take that tandem with Meza, and he's just got a dominant
Yeah, because
team.
he lost a close game to Houston, and it was his defense didn't play the way he expected it to.
Let's look at that.
Because his defense was top tier the whole season.
Yeah, he destroyed.
And then
Good. Good, Rick. Finish your thought.
oh no, I was done. I was saying he expected more and got less.
He does have a pretty damn good defense too.
Yeah, and I was telling because when he lost, I said I can't even see the game log. So I sent him the game log, and he looked it over, and he's like, "God damn it!" And yeah, your defense let you down, buddy.
Is Meza? Oh, he still has it for 2 seasons. So he's another one. Like Howie's running back. And yours too, Rick's.
Yeah,
You guys have
and I had
you
to
got
live
dominant
without
running
him
backs.
for 4 games. So all hail Mr. Winters, who stepped in as playing fullback and running back. So it was pretty nice.
Now, do you think this is a season Augusta takes Tucker?
He can do it in a given year. He's got the talent, that's for sure.
I think so. I think he can take the division, Augusta.
And
He's
in
got-
fact, I
he's-
thought he had it. And
He's
then-
got all the tools to.
Well, honestly, if you look at it though, he allowed under 300 on defense. So can we even say it was his defense's fault? Maybe in the playoffs.
They
I
were
don't-
top ranked though. They in points allowed and stuff like that. So they gave up a lot in that game. That's the game
the
you hope
Houston
your
game?
defense. Yeah,
Oh yeah,
that's the game
yeah,
you hope your defense holds the opposition to 19, 20 points, and they didn't.
right.
Are we talking about the playoffs?
Yes, the
Yeah.
playoff.
Oh, he was fine in the regular season. All the way,
Oh, this
I experimented on him to come up with the defense I get. So it choked out me. So I said, "Winner, winner, chicken dinner."
Oh yeah, you did stick at the maze of that game too.
Yes, and that's when I knew I had hit the right something to help the team move ahead.
Yeah, because you won 6 out of your last 7 games,
Mhm.
didn't you? And,
And I was
about
playing that
time.
aggressive style that I used to stop Mesa, and it wasn't what I expected it to be that did it. And so it was a pleasant surprise. And so this defense is going to stick around for next season. Maybe something good will happen. Who knows?
I hate your defense. I hate your team.
Yeah, it's 3 years in a row we've managed to sneak a division crown out of the whole bunch.
Yeah.
Yeah, no longer the doormats in Arizona now.
Nope. Not at all. Not at all. Neither is Iowa. Like I said,
Although Joe had to let a lot of guys go. So tomorrow is pick up Joe's stuff.
Oh, he did?
Oh, he let a shit ton go.
Oh yeah, he's 43 million under the.
Yeah.
I mean, over the cap. Wow. I mean,
Still.
22 million.
Yeah, so he dropped a whole shit ton yesterday, and those guys will appear soon.
So basically, this was the season, or last season was the season for him to make the bowl.
And so now he's got to get the parts back at a bargain costs now. So he let a lot of 50 ready guys go.
All right, it'd be interesting to see how this season plays out. I thought Chicago, by the way, I was shocked that they finished at 5-11. I could have swore they were going to be
They
more
were
like
they
9-7.
were trending up when I was trending down.
Yes.
And I said, well, shit, it was a good run, Rick. It was a good run. And all of a sudden, everything flipped.
Oh yeah, he lost the last
Yeah, he got murdered the last few games.
8 games he lost at the end.
Mhm.
Wow.
And they were not close at all. A lot of them.
Nope, just the one at Snap Finger. All the other ones were blowouts. It's not Iowa, but wow.
And he lost the division guys in those, which are it's tough to come back from. But it was just like a slide. That's the worst thing. So I feel the pain that Howie had because I went on that slide, and I'm sure Zappa is feeling the pain as well because he's probably saying to himself, "I'm in the mix, and now I'm just keep losing."
No, and that's with Livingston at quarterback as well. It's like, holy crap.
Yeah, because you start saying to yourself, I have an awesome running back. I have an awesome quarterback. Why am I freaking losing? And if you don't have answers, you get frustrated and just check out.
And what's really frustrating, too, is it's like when you're not changing what you're doing in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah, you have to change it.
You know, like sometimes, you outsmart yourself and you lose big. And you can kick yourself in the ass. It's like, well, I shouldn't. That's not what my team does. I should have done that. But you lose 5 straight games, 6 out of 7 games, and you're
I'm on a conference.
You're running the ball the same amount, you're passing the ball the same amount, you're running the same defense, and you still can't get wins. It's frustrating. I get it.
Howie, I agree with you.
Yep.
That's the most frustrating part, where you're kicking ass and everyone's ass. Like for 8 games, and you haven't changed anything, and then all of a sudden you start losing. And you're like, what the fuck? And you're losing to teams that don't have winning records.
Right. Or you're losing to teams you match up well against. It's...
And I think if you don't solve the mystery quick, it goes all the way downhill. Suddenly you're in an avalanche.
Yes.
Yep.
But, Livingston didn't play well last season. He won 18 of 10. He was almost 1-to-1 ratio with touchdown to interception.
Yeah, for a guy rated that high, that's not the production you want, for sure.
No, not at all. How did his running back do? McIntyre.
Average.
Yeah.
I mean, his average yards per carry is pretty good. He's just not getting the ball.
Right, yeah. But it used to be 300, almost 400 carries a year for him.
Yep.
It's now half of that.
Now I wonder if his endurance go down this year, maybe?
He's got
Still
85.
pretty damn
No.
good.
Yeah. Showing 90 for me on the website.
My
Wow.
theory was he's trying to change the team to a passing one, but it may not necessarily have the tools to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have been running McIntyre at least 300 times.
Yeah.
350.
Easy. Yep.
Well, maybe he might be used to a passing team. That's why he got Livingston.
And I will, looking at Chicago's team right now, reminds me of my early days with Keith Vitale, where he had a huge bar set, and I was insistent that I wanted to pass the ball with him.
Mm-hmm.
And my first several seasons with him were very, very lackluster. It wasn't until I really decided to kind of go with that run-heavy West Coast approach that Vitale really started to take off, because he was I wasn't relying on him to throw the ball to mediocre wide receivers. It was run, play action pass for big gain.
Yep.
And
That's a winning formula too.
And I'll tell you, and I was very, very pleasantly surprised to see that he was a Hall of Fame inductee this season. So,
Well, what's going to be interesting is T-Zac has put his team together, and he brought him up to 10-6. He missed the playoffs, correct?
he did miss the playoffs.
Yes.
He's got 196 million to spend, so just imagine what he's going to do with this team. But yeah, that's a tough division. Harlem, Toronto, you got Rochester.
Yep.
And
And
North
my dark
Plainfield.
horse, North Plainfield, will rise up sometime. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I think we get back to that scary defense stuff that he used to have.
Yeah,
Exactly.
but you got to be able to score points too. Like, defense can only get you so far.
Yeah, because he's definitely got defense to do it, no doubt in my
You
mind.
know, like you hold a team to 18, 21 points a game. You can only score 14 points. You're still going to be a 7. You got to have some sort of offense. Yeah, looking at is that 223 points he scored?
Yeah, that hurts.
Is that the lowest in the league? I don't see anybody who scored less.
Yeah, that's the lowest.
Scoring, yep, that's the lowest.
But
his defense really wasn't that great this year either. He's number 27 overall.
I had the bodies, but not the production.
Yep. I don't think he's running Madrano enough either. Grayson Madrano
Madrano's
should be getting 300 carries.
That should be a 5 or 6 yard, high 4, mid 5 per carry guy. And the quarterback Coy is not terrible.
Yeah,
a good game manager right there. That's all you need. Accuracy and timing.
I guess for running though, his O line doesn't look that great right now.
Yeah,
so
built for pass blocking. Yeah, it's going to be, like Clay can't run because he's pass blocking team. So
correct. And then he picked up what's his name in the draft, the rookie. Who was the guy?
What's his face? It was a corner.
He picked him up before me. No, he picked the wide receiver that we were doing our show.
Oh, that was 2 years back.
Yes.
That was what's his face? Oh my gosh.
Danelle Schwab.
Here it is. Donovan Strickland.
Was the Schwab? No, it was a first rounder. It was a time when we had all those picks happen in succession. Yes.
And so this is the guy he picked because he wanted to go passing.
Yeah, because that was the guy I was hoping I would get.
Correct.
And that didn't happen.
So, So he wants to do
that
passing.
pick right there changed the course of my thinking. I said, let's go run and smash then. Screw it.
Yes, it did. Yes, it did.
Because I was ready to try to go passing team. And all of a sudden, boom, boom. The 2 ones I like gone. Okay, well, might as well take Krieger then.
I'm happy with Merchant.
That's a nice consolation prize.
Yeah, true. And I finally decided to give him more carries this year.
Merchant Man did well.
Mm-hmm. It was 11-5, right?
He went
off the top of my head.
11-5. Yeah, look at the stretch. Week 11, he won the rest of the games. 31-27, 31-23, 20-17, 38-13, 17-10, 26-21, and 30-14. So there were close games in there. He was able to pull it out.
Nope. I'm happy for him. It's been a long time. Oh, God, when was his last playoff appearance?
It's been a long time.
Yeah, let me hit history here quick. His last playoffs was 2104, so not that long ago. But outside of that, it was 2092.
Good for him.
Yep.
He
was doing it with that Harrison or Singleton kid, too.
Yes, he did.
It doesn't look great, but...
He doesn't look great, but he is almost the same as what Livingston did.
Yeah, that sense rush and timing bar are freaking amazing on this kid, so...
So, good for you, Mats. But the other thing I was shocked, didn't Orlando go into the bowl last season?
They did.
And so why did they drop now to 8-8? And this is what we're speaking of. Where you have a team that's up there, but they don't stay up there and they just drop like a rock.
I don't know, man. I think he just got a little bit lucky last season or the season before. Connor Shea got into the playoffs and started playing well, one of those type deals. I've had that happen to me a couple times where, like my season when I won with Freeman, I was a wild card, got in there, and he just fucking smoked everybody. So, but he did switch his offensive coordinator this year, so that could have been part of the issue. And Shea did not have a year compared to the year before, so.
Shea didn't even play. What happened here, Shea? He only put up 9 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. Is that correct?
The defense went for number 2 overall to 21 overall in the 1 year span.
Wow, that was terrible. And speaking of terrible, Bordeaux's defense gave up 501 yards.
Ooh.
501 yards. That's not good.
You mean points? I was going to
Points.
say,
I'm
looking at it.
yards.
Well, no, he was
Points.
giving up 400 yards a game.
I meant 501 points.
Yeah, that's almost like the Arizona defense the year before.
Well, I tell you, it's weekends like this weekend that I pray every season that Elf makes the playoffs so we can at least get through the first 20 picks on the weekend, you know?
He needs a quarterback. He's still looking for that quarterback. This is his only quarterbacks on the teams right now. These are the two.
Yeah, and well, he had checked there for a long time while he checked.
Bordeaux's had a rough ride. Look at that. Too many instances of the word none next to postseason.
Alf,
Yep.
I see you have
That's a rough run, buddy.
I see you have $184 million. I think Starks is available for a 4th-round pick. And it doesn't have to be this season.
That's right. And a partridge in a pear tree since it's almost Christmas time too, right?
And there you go, a partridge in the pear tree. It could be for next season. I'm sure you can make wonderful oatmeal with him. Yeah. He needs that because I think he has good receivers.
Yeah, he's got a good tight end, some decent wide receivers, decent O-line.
Just be proactive and send him a trade offer. Say first 7th and just get him off your hands.
I will probably. Because of what's going to happen is his wide receivers are going to get too old. Like this guy right here.
Yep.
And his tight end.
Yeah, he's got some nice look. He's got a nice looking 2 tight ends that are good looking.
Yeah, with that O-line,
good wideouts.
If he got himself a stud running back, if he got himself a stud running back, I think he could do something with that O-line as well.
Yeah, because the stud wide receivers, this guy's picking 2nd, right?
Yes, he is.
Okay, so now the question is, what's he can take?
He's got linemen, as we all know.
Let's see.
Would he take a running back? But he doesn't need a running back.
I think he
He
could
does.
use a
Rusty
stud.
Camp kind of it's not that good. Oh, is there a running back worthy of the 2nd overall pick?
What's the quarterback out there in the draft?
I didn't see one worth the top 10, I don't think.
Oh, no.
Like I said, I haven't really dug yet, but
I don't usually dig until I get close to picking, and even then I have the chance to screw it up too. So
There's no quarterback right now that, yeah. So quarterback's out of the question.
why not? He could go Patton. You never know.
Who is in the free agency market for, let's see, free agency quarterback? Who's out there?
Well, there's a couple guys. Ward looks good.
That I think
I would imagine that Colorado's going to try to pick him back up.
exactly.
I don't know. I like that Dakota Peterson.
Who?
Dakota Peterson.
Dakota Peterson.
Right there in the blue, top four.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Yes.
Yeah, he didn't look that bad.
No.
And even Amos Taylor, but that Iowa let go.
And he only wants $11 million. 13 in the following season. Only 2. There you go.
So let's say he picked up a free agent quarterback. Well, he should take a running back then, or trade down to get a running back instead of trade and move down. That might be a good move too if he wants a running back. Because
Doug Hardy's in there too, and he don't want shit either.
Oh, it is Doug Hardy.
And running back, you have Myron Harvey also from Snap that looks damn good. Even though he had the low hole wreck, but if they have a good O-line, you can make that work.
Yeah, I looked at Harvey. I don't like his whole wreck at all, but Rick's right. You can get him third downs, outside carries.
Yeah, he's like Blanchard reimagined right here.
Wow, he only wants $8 million, then 9,
Yeah.
and then 10. Not bad.
Yeah, the low rec guys, I like them because I can find a job. I can find something. I can make it work.
Yeah, Clay, go check out those defensive tackles, though. I mean, look at that. Dude, they all want so much money. Well, go click look at that.
Yeah.
The guy above him, Dwayne Downs, check him out too.
62.
Seriously.
Come on.
Only 62 million. For
Seriously.
the low price is 62.
I mean, that is a guy that I could use, and he would make a difference on my defense for 2 seasons.
Yes.
A big difference.
He's, knowing our luck, Grim, we'll pick him, right, and pay it. He's
Yep,
33 years old.
And then he'd take a shit.
Exactly.
Yep.
Or they get you crap production, 3 sacks.
But yeah, that guy's an affinity for me too. So it's like, God, but I just don't got the money.
Well, here's one guy, 17 million, 22.
Yeah, that's a little better.
Maybe I'll go after this guy. Maybe we might be in a bidding war, you and I, for somebody, because I need a defensive lineman.
Yeah, I need a couple of them.
I got one for sale if you want one.
You do?
Yeah.
What do you have?
Take a look at Mr. Brooks.
Brooks. Tyler Brooks?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm talking Oh, well, he could be a defensive tackle.
What's he looking for? What are you looking for?
Send me an offer, you can have him because I can't afford him because I need to sign Krieger more so than Brooks.
Well, you have to let us know his renegotiation.
Okay, let's see. Let's see. He wants 44, 34, 36.
I can't afford him. You saw what my money's like.
Yeah.
So that's more Grim. Grim can afford him.
Yeah, I'll probably throw him up on the block. No takers. I'll just let him go bye-bye. I can't afford that.
Or Howie. Howie, how is your money situation?
I got 103.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
There you go. Howie can take him too.
And if you want a good, blitzing type, there he is. But I can find a body to fill the hole. Because if I can get Krieger at 46 to 52 million bucks, I'll be happy. But at first I had to find 42, 60, 52 million. And saying goodbye to him frees up a lot.
I'm interested in seeing what Paris is going to do this season. Because they got a lot of high draft picks that they got. They got 3 first rounds from me. Then they traded back and they took a boatload of picks. His roster, as you can see, has been shaping up nicely.
Yeah, he's coming along, and he's been hanging around 3-12, 3-13, 5-11, 6-10 was a step in the right direction. I have a feeling he's got going to be a challenge there. I mean, again, he's got Mass Lewis and Gothenburg, and that's always going to be hard to get up there with. But I think in the next couple seasons, this guy can make the playoffs.
What do you think is running back? Harden.
Love Harden. I think that Eric Mays, once he fills out, he just got that Brody Delgado tight end last year. I think he probably needs a wide receiver, but the O-line's filling out nicely. The defense is filling out nicely. Yeah, I think Waite's coming up for sure.
I think my pick was 17 this season, and so that's who he has. I think he has 2 first-round picks this season.
Yeah, 2 firsts, a couple seconds.
So he can really shape up. The only thing is he's got to do it quick before these guys get too old because his line is nice, but they're going to start getting up there.
Oh, yeah, the D-line's kind of old looking.
Yes. So he's in a perfect position to get a D lineman. And he needs a safety.
Yeah, because he's committed to running the ball, which is always nice to see.
Yeah, he's a team.
Yeah, he could surprise if he presses the right buttons, as they say.
But if he's going to compete with Mass and Guttenberg, as you see, they put up 500. The other one put up 414 points per game. He's only at 262, so he needs an offense.
Or a defense to short circuit those guys.
Or a defense short, yes.
Because my theory is I try to keep this on. Beat the guys in my division when I have a chance.
Howie, do you think the same way? Just say, let me just take care of everyone in my division.
Exactly. That's my theory.
Yes,
Beat my guys, and I can
honestly,
get in.
I build my team to play well in the division.
As long as you get in, you can make a run to the bowl at 8-8. Howie proved you can get close and even get in. So as long as you get in, this is a whole different season.
You know, I look at who I have to play twice a year, and I tailor my defense to do well against them. And then, you know, I figure then win the games at home that I'm supposed to win, and the rest takes care of itself.
Smart.
Yeah, and I mean, I feel dirty going into the playoffs at 8-8, but I'll take it every single time.
Right, it's still a playoff berth. Doesn't matter what the record looked like.
Exactly.
The
record's a white clean. It's just a seeding thing. That's all it is.
Because if you were an 8-8 team or lesser, you would have never made it that far.
Yeah.
You would have been one and done, knocked out, beat badly. But that wasn't the case.
Yeah, because my hope was I wanted to face Howard because he stopped Krieger dead in his tracks. So I wanted another crack at him.
Yeah, so
because that was the worst damn game plan I ever put together in my life.
Listen,
but I have to take my hat off to your D though.
I think that game plan was. I got that one saved. Next time we come around, I'm breaking it up again.
Oh, which one are we talking about? Let me get out that game. Hold on.
It was the ugliest game I put out there. I decided to roll up an 80% run on you, and that didn't work at all.
This game right here.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the one. Look at that.
Wow.
Insanely ugly.
You were
I tried to get cute and run more so than I usually do. It's because I wanted to have a good Krieger versus Richmond thing. And all went to hell. So, after that, I kind of put things back to what they were. That's what I get for trying to get cute. I get my ass whooped.
That was cover one buzz all over the place.
Yeah. And the thing is,
I love it.
If I had played the right offense, I could beat cover one buzz, but whatever. Lesson learned, don't get cute when you play, one of your buddies. Don't get cute.
That's great. Howie, thank you for that win.
That was a kick in my teeth. That says, man, this is going to be a bad season.
That morning, I gave him plenty of time to read the logs, and I texted him. I said, hey, I'll do my best now to take down every other team in your division as well to do you a favor. And that didn't work out so well for me. I think you smoked me, Clay, 31 to, I don't even know, 31-3.
Did
it
I?
was not pretty.
Yeah, we did.
That was, I didn't even finish reading the log on that one. I'm not joking. Like I got halfway through and I was done. Like, nope.
Yeah, we even ran well against you. We went 11 attempts, 53, 4.82. Yeah. We sacked you 8 times that game. That's what did you in. But you still ran the hell out of us.
I get sacked a bunch.
Yeah, Richmond had 146 yards on us for 5.62.
Howie's ass whooping was the start of the slow roll meltdown for my team. Losing to Moontown, losing to Casey, losing to Capital City.
Yeah, Bone Line's got low sense rush though too. So if your O line stocked for running, man. Yeah, 44 times he was sacked this year. Holy shit!
Really?
Lucky he didn't break something.
Well, look at my offensive line. My offensive line's not built to stop anybody on the pass rush.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. You're
Take a
built
look
to
at my
run.
two guards. My two guards have zero pass blocking.
Oh,
Zero.
Let's take a look.
Yeah, they just go forward. That's all they do. But they do it good.
Mickey Guthrie
Yeah.
and Jeffrey Shoemaker.
See, how is the opposite of what I am?
yep. Yeah,
And I
Pilgrim
just-
might come up, except he's a dumb motherfucker.
Who?
Gabe Pilgrim
Yeah.
might come up in the next season or two, and he's got a little pass blocking, but
I'll pass.
He'd be good. Pilgrim's good. If he realizes at 70, you're good.
Oops. We're talking about guards?
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Pilgrim.
Yeah, Gabe Pilgrim, left guard, second string.
Play your screens down, by the way.
Am I?
Yep.
Yeah.
Hold on.
It just went down.
How about now?
Oh, you're back.
There we
There
go.
it is. Oh, we're talking on Texas's team.
Oh,
Yeah.
Texas team. Okay. Oh, okay, this guy. Why would I want to have this guy? He has no bars.
No, I was just saying he could come up for Howie here in the next couple seasons, but
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
that's a Howie type guard, and that wouldn't work for you because you rely on pass protection.
yeah, he's done
Right.
as a box of rocks, though.
Oh, I thought he was going into the free agency. That's what I thought.
You want
guys
to see
were
a box
speaking
of rocks? Look at my center, but look at the key run blocking on my center. Insanely good.
Which one, Daniel?
Ooey.
Yeah, Darnell Bowie.
Darnell's a box of rocks, but look at that.
God, he had to have been high on penalties last season. Bet.
He was, but for all the good key run blocks, it's okay. He did okay. I will look to replace him down the road. 17's rough, or 13. I mean, is rough.
See, I need to build my defensive line against Rick's run machine.
The run machine / now blitz machines.
Exactly.
I've got three guys that want to pass the ball all the goddamn day long, so I have to come up with something. I mean, Chicago wants to start throwing. You've already been throwing, and Bolitnikov's throwing. He's got weapons around him. So,
Isn't Joe Iowa? Doesn't he mix it up, or is he mostly now passing?
his defense did most of the work last year, and the offense he's got good Yamashita, the quarterback, and he had another wide receiver too. I can't think of his name, but he had two good targets to hit.
Bradley Analt
Yeah,
had 1,000
And-
yards.
and the defense was cobbled together with what he could afford. Yeah, but they played good, and all of a sudden the wheels fell off.
Yeah, he was running under 100 yards a game, so he's number 23.
Yeah.
So I think he's trying to go more pass here, with Bolitnikov being the best runner on the team.
Yep.
So
Yeah, he pulled a page out of the Lamar Jackson action and started running him.
You know, I still I would love to run my quarterback a lot more than I do, but I just don't pull the trigger on it.
I can run Coffee because I have Shelton as an insurance policy, and it did come in handy when he pulled his hammy late in the year.
You know, there are other leagues that I play in with the injury setting. I look at it and I'm just like, no way I'm running
Yeah.
a quarterback. But with this one, and the amount, I
yeah,
don't
but
know.
his scramble frequency is only like 38. So I mean, how good is he going to be doing the sneak? You know?
Yeah, he's not doing any Coffee runs like I can do some nice counters with Coffee and
Yeah,
things like
yeah,
that.
you can. And Michelli, my little rookie guy, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
he's the size of a fucking linebacker, and he's got 94 scramble frequency. So I should probably get some sneaks
Oh,
in
you
for
should.
him next
You got to
year.
run that guy. But then again, if you don't have an insurance policy that can harpoon the whole season,
Yep. No, he had 5 yards per carry just on scrambling alone because I did not.
and the really cool
have
part
a run
is
for
both my quarterbacks are not asking for a fortune. 14 million each of them want, or so. It's like, hey, I combined that's only 38 million. Very
it's not
affordable.
bad.
Oh, so your
I can
quarterback's
run
only,
Coffee and not be fearful of losing him for the season because I can just slip Shelton in.
he wants only $14 million.
14 million bucks. Yep.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, not bad.
14.86 and 17.3 and then 16.4. Not bad at all.
No, that's odd though, because the blue guys are notoriously low on loyalty, and look at that. Coffee's loyalty is 20,
and Shelton was 14.7 and 13.2. So both them boys are going to get extended, and we'll keep at the 1-2 punch of whoever's not hurt plays.
Oh yeah, and Coffee took a 12-point jump last season.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Nice. My guy once
he took the jump, but then he got nailed in one of the games and hamstring issue. And after that, it was okay. It's Shelton time.
How is your guy only 14? My guy, if I sign him, he's on for 3 years, but if I had to sign him, he wants $34 million.
That's the part I
don't.
can't figure it out. It's not loyalty thing.
It's
only at 20.
Yeah, no. Maybe it's first round status, because Coffee was a 7th round pick. So, God,
and here's the crazy thing: they're both content. Nobody's pissed that they're part timers. It's kind of funny in a way.
What's his agent look like?
Oh, that's a good one. Let's see. Louis Fulton is a. What does it say about Louis? Stubborn negotiator, 69. Well, he's not that stubborn. $14 million. Hey, thank you, Louis. Yeah, so it's a mystery I'm not going to try to solve, but I'll just be happy with it. I can get it for 3 more years at a reasonable price. Assuming he doesn't hold out next year.
You want to trade me Coffee then?
Oh, no, Coffee's sticking around.
Motherfucker.
Coffee and Shelton will stay where they're at. My Batman and Robin.
Yeah, Grim, you're going to have to go to every GM and see who's on their bench and see if you can grab somebody.
Yeah, right.
Off the bench. Or
grab one of the free agent quarterbacks.
Yeah, that guy that Howie just said. If I didn't have Ike, I would go after that guy.
Yeah, no, there's some options, and I could even re-sign Doug Hardy,
Hmm? Is there any affinity quarterbacks out there? Because I think you're an affinity team off the top of my head, right?
Yeah. So I don't have the game up right now, so. But yeah,
or you can do or has the Landon Maselli era begun?
That's almost what I'm thinking. Like I said, I'm working on a trade right
Because
now
I like
for
those.
QB.
That bottom third of his bars look really freaking good.
Yep, they do. It's the top half that sucks, but I like the 6'5", 230 pounds, laser rocket arm.
Right. Well, the thing is, you stick him behind a running back in the O-line, he's only got to throw the ball, a couple hundred times, 2,000 yards, 15 to 20 touchdown.
Yeah, and that's what I'm hoping. Like I said, my O-line's pretty solid right now, especially with cohesion.
Yeah, but Graham, you need to get wide receivers.
We went through it earlier, man. I got a couple of working guys that can get 1,000 yards.
But if you run the ball well, you don't need the 60, 70 rated guys that are going to ask for $60 million.
And like I said, I mean, look at Jurasek, quick, my tight end.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I've got Maloney coming on board.
That's a nice tight end.
So, last year I really needed to get him more involved, and I just didn't do it. So this coming season I'll have Maloney and Jurasek. I can rely on those guys. And hopefully I can get a stud running back in a draft. And, I love passing the running backs as well. So
let's look at Maloney, that you're getting.
Yeah.
I saw him.
Yeah, Maloney's not bad.
So these are the two.
That's a good target.
Yeah. So Maloney's going to be red zone target all fucking day long. Plus the run and pass blocking. Jurasek. I'm going to have a couple of great fucking tight ends, man.
And he's only 25, so you're good.
Yeah, Jurasek's 25, and
the other guy is how old?
Maloney's 26.
Shit,
he's been in the league for 7 seasons,
And you got him for a second round, I remember. 2
Yes, sir.
Yep.
And you can do a nice Gronk and Hernandez thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm kind of hoping for, man. And like I said, if I can get a stud running back in the draft and pass to him too, I think I'm going to be all right next year.
Yeah,
the defense may struggle a little bit, but
if you have good running wideouts, I think you're okay. Mine wideouts don't scare nobody, but we run the ball well, and the passes they do get, they catch. So,
yep. Just keeping my fingers crossed, Joe. I gotta, after I fucked up that coach stage, I'm like, I got to do something to at least try to make it this year because I'm going to lose my
Well,
head
I
coach.
screwed up the year before and didn't extend my head coach, and he went bye-bye, of course, like I figured he would. But it happens.
The shit thing is, too, I was like rated number 9 in the staff draft this year. It's like, fuck. So now I got to make the fucking playoffs to hopefully keep my rating up there so I can get a new head coach and a new defensive coordinator. And Granados is out. He's going to be starting Soka next year.
Oh, he is?
Yes. Yeah, he's got Granados up there in the trade block.
Yeah, he's trying to get him up. Okay, 41% develop. I guess he'll get up to 50% in preseason.
No, and I wish C-Max, he got fucked up with work, but I wish C-Max was here to talk about his team and what he wants to do. I mean, he's going to try to, I don't know, I'd keep Granados, but Granados has this thing where when he gets to a big game, he likes to throw 5 interceptions. So the last game of the season, he needed to win this year. He threw 5 interceptions. Last year in the playoffs, threw 5 interceptions. His first game. It's like, fuck, this guy just.
But the thing is he doing something like, okay, I'm going to change it up. They're not expecting this, and put the game plan in.
Same.
I've done that before, and he got my ass beat.
Nope, I can tell you, C-Max does not change his offense with those 2 wide receivers and 2 tight ends. He plays the same fucking offense every time. So there's not nothing he's switching around to cause those interceptions. I just think Granados is just. I mean, I would nickname him like not prime time. You know,
not ready for prime time.
No, and he's 33. He's 33. He's like been in the league. He's thrown. You know, he's almost getting 5,000 yards a fucking season. This guy should know how to fucking play these big games, but he just can't do it.
Isn't that what Kirk Cousins was called? Not prime time as well.
Kirk Cousins is a horrible.
He's a.
I don't know how the Vikings are even as good as they are this year.
They had a stat that said they're the only team that had 8 wins at one point and had given up more points than they had scored.
Yeah.
Well, if you look at Soka, he's almost the same as Granados.
Yeah, he's very close in ratings.
Mm-hmm. So whatever he's doing with Granados, Soka can definitely do the same thing.
Yep, absolutely.
He's going to fit his system perfectly.
Yes,
yeah,
he's going to.
I'd let Skip go bye-bye somehow.
Yeah, like I said, I think what's Skip making? He's not making anything. $5 million. I mean, he's going to trade him away. He'll try to trade him away, but if not, keep him on your,
question is,
keep him on your team.
Keep Skip in the game and keep your young guy on the bench who could possibly rot backwards if you don't get him in there.
Yeah,
you got to get him experience this.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking he's going to do. But if Granados doesn't get traded, I think he can stick with the team. Plus, he's a mentor, So stick him on your bench in case something happens to Soka.
That's true, bro. Yeah, just go all in. I mean, Clay went out and moved Ike, and that turned out pretty good till he got hurt.
What's that?
I said you did the same thing with Ike, and you did well until Ike got hurt. And
yeah, I kept him. I played him, to gain that experience. He came into the league at 1% developed.
Yeah.
What's his name played him a little bit, and I think I got him at 30%. I'm not even sure. He's now at 52%.
Yeah, that's a good jump.
No, yeah. And I was really surprised that he did as well as he did this year, Clay. I was just like, oh, wow, this kid's really fucking good. And now I bet Paris wishes they wouldn't have traded him.
He's got the weapons in the pass attempts.
Exactly. Yeah. That helps.
Clay's going to throw the ball, 700 fucking times, right?
That helped.
587 last year, but yeah, you had some weapons. But now Paris is looking at Paris's guy, that Eric Mays. I bet she's going, man, I maybe should have kept Eichhorst, but he's got all those picks now, so we're going to see what he does.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Did he say that the same? Like, should I have kept Ike?
Yeah, after the season you had with him, holy shit.
So hopefully now we can do much better than what we did. He'll be more developed after preseason too.
Yep.
And then we can really compete against Arizona and Iowa and Chicago. Because I'm going to need everything I need to really stay competitive in this division.
Yeah.
Because I will do my best to keep you boys' headaches coming.
I'm sure you will. And the games we have to win, we have to win. There's no slip off. Just can't have that slip
every
off.
divisional game we have in our division is worth something.
Oh no, especially the home games, man. to me, the home games are so fucking important. And when I lose one, or like Houston came in last season, it just fucking stomped me at home. I'm like, are you fucking? I fucking hate those games. Like close one at home, I can see, but just getting stomped at home, dude, 31-10. I mean, just fuck me. I get a lot of rain games too every year for some reason.
Huh. Time for a running team.
Yeah, I like to balance it, man. I want 2,000 yards rushing and 4,000 yards passing. And damn it, I'm going to get that one of these days.
Yeah, well, I want 5,000 yards passing and 900 yards rushing. That's it. I'll take that.
Yeah, I went. Let's see. I'll take 3,000 yards passing and 3,000 yards rushing as a team.
There you
and
go.
I'm happy.
Yep.
3-3.
Bet you Howie's about the same as that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Howie's Texas Slaughterhouse team over there.
All right, fellas, we'll end it here, and then we'll see how the draft goes this week.
All right.
And like
I'll
tomorrow,
have to get another show in before the season gets rolling. After we see where everyone's pieces fell.
Yeah, I'd definitely be down for a preview and the predictions of what everyone's going to do. So,
yes, I wonder who do you think? By the way, before we end this, who do you think, Alf or Bordeaux? What do you think he's going to take? Go with you, Rick, first. Grim second. Howie third.
Take the other wide receiver.
He's going to what? Let me.
He's going to take the other decent looking wide receiver because everybody wants those things.
Okay, so you say wide receiver. How about you, Grim?
I would hope that he would take a wide receiver too, but there's some decent running backs there. He could go that way, but number 2, I don't know.
Yeah,
but he needs a running back, and he really needs a wide receiver. So, well, who is the second best wide receiver? Clay, can you just click on wide receivers quick over there?
Sure.
So, who are you saying?
Let's look at the wide receivers. I'll give you the 3 wide receivers. Let me spread them out, and you can take a look.
I say he goes Patton. Tanner General Patton.
These are the wide receivers.
Which one's been picked?
Oh, you want Patton? Okay, let me take up Patton too.
Yeah, put Patton up there. That's my guesstimate.
Okay, so let me get Patton out.
Didn't he get picked number 1?
No,
that was Joseph did. Yeah.
So these are the wide receivers.
Yeah.
Patton.
Asamoah, no, that's not worthy of a high pick.
No, he's being the 20s for a wide receiver. Jarvis is about garbage. No route running. Bert Beasel, that route running's not good either.
Yeah,
Jarvis,
yikes.
I would hope he picks Patton then.
And what's the running backs look like? That's a good one. Let's see.
Okay. I don't like any receivers. If I took, it would be Asuma.
Yeah, thanks for letting me use your scouting here, Clay. Because my
scouting running backs up there for me, buddy.
Yeah. Seriously, my OC that I signed this year because I didn't switch my settings has a fucking 37 scouting. I can't. He's unusable.
Yeah.
Blake O'Neal looks good.
The error margin is like a 40.
Asher Folberg looks good.
All right, so here's what we're looking at. Running backs.
Yeah, I like O'Neal. I like Folger. Cody Lane, maybe not so much.
Wow, that's tough. See, I'm not a running back guru, so I couldn't tell you. But what
I'd take Blake out of the group.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's an affinity for me as well. So Blake and Folger.
And Folger, I'd love him for reverses and stuff like that. Although the speed outside part would hurt him a little bit in what I do.
Yeah, that's not good for the outside run. But the elusiveness.
Yeah,
I'd still like to see if I could connect elusiveness to screen passes. I swear.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, I swear seasons ago I had a guy with high elusiveness and I was throwing him screen passes and he got a lot of
flats and screens might do really good in that.
Yeah.
I have a feeling Bordeaux is trying to trade out, or he's going to want to trade out because he doesn't see what he wants or he likes in this. If not
unless he's making a deal like tomorrow. Because he doesn't have nothing on the block.
And he's overseas, right?
I see him going defensive player. I don't see him going wide receiver or
running back.
He's
Or
got
running
to
back.
take. Well, I think he's an interview guy too. So if a Patton interview comes back, I think he takes that wide receiver. But outside of that, he hasn't put up that he wants to trade.
I see him taking right here defensive ends or this cornerback.
Did he take a defensive end high last year?
Yeah, see, I was thinking maybe Bronson. I love that DN, but he's got two solid DNs. He's got one that he took last year. He's gonna
Paluzzo
Okay,
last year, and he's got Eugene Pop still.
And how's his
He needs tackles and linebackers.
So-
Secondary looks okay.
he's got a 5'10". Can he take this guy and convert him into a safety? Friedman?
No, he flipped good.
Yeah, free
He's got
safety for sure.
free safety, little tiny guy. 5'10", 184 pounds.
But he's also got the aging Taurus on for right cornerback, so I'd take that guy and leave him at cornerback. You know,
Because he doesn't need offensive linemen. And what I saw in the wide receiver and running back, I don't see him taking those guys at number 2. I would just trade out of the pick. But like you just said,
let's see.
who is he trading with? Unless he's doing the trade right now.
yeah. Like
And where does he play? What division does he play in?
Europe.
Oh, yeah, he's gonna need firepower.
I think he's going to take Patton, dude. He could take Patton and pair him up with Tyrus McCartney and have a great 1-2 punch for at least fucking 6 years,
Okay.
5 years.
So you're saying Patton. And
Yeah, I say Patton as well.
Howie thinks defensive player like myself.
no.
A
I
defensive
think,
guy, you can get those guys third and fourth round. They're not
Yeah,
monster
no,
looking, but
I
they're
think-
usable.
I think you have to go with Patton if you're Bordeaux. I think I would agree.
You have to keep up with Gothenburg and
Yeah.
Lewis. You got to
Yeah.
keep up with those guys.
And I could see him if you really wanted to go running back, I could see Blake O'Neal, but that would be a long shot second choice.
All right, then Patton is
Blake's
the one.
like a mid round, mid lower third of the first kind of guy.
Yeah, I could see that.
Wow, Patton's all the way down here.
Yeah, oddly enough, the
but
wideouts all graded lower.
I don't
Yeah, the combines are fucking good though.
I don't like his endurance.
And maybe that's why
it's-
the Bureau gave him a little grade.
They're giving him a low grade because of that. But if that's over 50,
Yeah, you're good.
you're fine.
I like this guy better. Okay,
Ask
I'm
him
going to
Ask
tell
him
you. I'm going to tell you why I like him better. He reminds me of my player, and I'll
Yeah,
show
yeah,
you who.
yeah.
And he has the same.
Covey. Oh no,
No, not Kobe. What
not
am I
Covey.
thinking?
Your Parrish
That guy.
or Steve Osterland. Yes.
Okay, look at what he's done for me.
Yep.
1,300, 1,000, 1,300, 1,400, and then last season because I got my rookie.
Yeah, well, he took
But-
a hit last year too, right?
But look at
Those are almost exactly the same.
exactly, and he was able to give me those.
No, and Tizak really values the route running and getting downfield as well. He's kind of taught me that about wide receivers, but I can't ever get one that has both.
It's hard to get both.
So,
Yep.
so I would take Asuma if I was Bordeaux, but Patton. So we'll say okay. So I'll say Asuma. I'm not even going to say Asuma. I'm going to say defensive player. I think he's going to go after. You guys are saying he's going to go after Patton. All right, we'll see tomorrow who he picks.
All right. Good talk, gentlemen. This was awesome.
It was
Feels
awesome.
good.
Always
Feels
fun,
good to get
gentlemen.
back in the
Always
game
fun.
again, man. We haven't talked in a while.
I know. All right,
Good
guys.
shit.
You guys have a great night, and
Yep.
yeah, we'll see next time.